mercilessly killed for a snack. Check out the documentary, it's free to watch online. Dominion, documentary Dominion, it's on YouTube. It's on the screen here, you know, chickens they fill them with antibiotics, so they're fully grown within 6 weeks, and hardly even stand on their feet, and most of them die in the sheds. If the chicken's lucky enough to survive 6 weeks in the shed, then they go to be slaughtered. They hang chickens up by the feet by shackles in the slaughterhouse while they slit the throat of the innocent animal. You can choose plant-based chicken. Choose kindness instead of cruelty. It's free. You can choose. Don't follow the crowd. It's not as if you're blind. Animals shackled by the feet, throat slit for a 5-minute pleasure taste sandwich. What's more important, someone's entire existence or your taste? Check out the documentary Dominion. This is the hidden truths in the meat, egg and dairy industry. By going vegan, you're not actually giving up anything. You're choosing to be kind and compassionate towards animals. You can eat plant-based steaks, plant-based chicken. Animals don't really need to die for your taste. Which is more important, a 5-minute sandwich or someone's entire existence? In the meat industry, these baby male calves are worthless in the dairy industry, and they shoot them in the head when they're 6-month-old here. This male calf is begging for its life as the slaughterhouse worker shoots him in the head again. So by choosing to eat plant-based products, these animals do not need to die. By going vegan, eating plant-based products, almond milk. Did you know in the dairy industry they kill the male calves when they're just a couple of hours old? Because they're worthless to the dairy industry, the males. And by paying and supporting the dairy industry, you're actually paying for the animals to be murdered. You can choose plant-based options. How's that? Good. Yeah, I think if you just upload it, maybe wait till you're on a Wi-Fi connection. Yeah. Upload it to like Midwest. I can steal it from Midwest. Or maybe upload it to worldwide as well. You can upload to the YouTube channel, right?
I'm gonna have to look. I know you sent me that invite, and I jumped on that one time, and I don't remember if I can still get into it or how to. I've never been really. I don't know how to do that stuff yet. I'll have to look onto it and look. But if not, I'll figure a way. If so, I'll look into it. I could probably upload onto it. I know I had access to it before.
So every This is the hidden truth, the meat, egg, and dairy industry. 2.7 trillion marine animals are yanked out of the ocean every year. So I'm showing footage today from the dairy industry, the meat and egg industry. On this screen here, this is a female cow being forcibly impregnated, of course without the cow's permission. Did you know that cows don't naturally give milk? they have to be forcibly impregnated, and the male calves are taken away, and they kill the male babies for veal. So if you've ever eaten veal, it's so tender because you're eating a child. So the mother cows here, they chase the babies when they're being taken away from them. It's a motherly instinct to want to be with their children. So you put yourself in their position, having your child taken away from you and slaughtered. These are the male calves here that are only a day or two old, worthless to the dairy industry, and they're going to have their throat slit, bullet in the head, and chopped up. These baby calves are just a day or two old, and they're shackled by the feet while they electrocute them. This is the hidden truth in the dairy industry, what your money pays for. The truth will not be hidden anymore. If you eat meat, eggs and dairy, you're an animal abuser. You can choose plant-based options. Show some mercy, compassion for animals. Just because they're vulnerable doesn't mean slice the neck. You can go vegan. Check out the documentary, it's called Dominion, it's free to watch on YouTube. These male baby calves only got to see a couple of hours of life. I wonder what they think we are. You think they think we're demons? This is where they separate the babies from the mothers that have milked their entire life. Forcibly impregnated every year to give milk. And when they're no good anymore, they take the mothers away to the retirement home, slaughterhouse. The cows are forced into the slaughterhouse. Maybe they're trying to get out because they're so scared. They see their friends go there first. This dairy cow here was a mother. She's had a baby every year. Her babies have been taken away, and now she doesn't give any more milk. They reward her by shooting her in the head and slicing her throat. This male calf here is worthless to the dairy industry, so they shoot the male calf in the head while it begs for its life. If you eat meat, eggs and dairy, you're paying for this to happen. This is not an act of God. If God allowed slaughterhouses to slice the innocent animals' heads off, what does the devil do? There is zero justification to kill an innocent animal that doesn't want to die. Is there a humane way of killing someone that doesn't want to die? Slaughterhouses, they shackle 500-pound cows by the feet and hang them while they slice them up. In the egg industry, they separate the males from the females because the male chicks are worthless to the egg industry, and they send them on day one of life along a conveyor belt, and they're dropped into a macerator. And this is RSPCA approved, and so when you purchase eggs in the store, you're actually paying this egg industry to do this. If you think this is wrong, if you think this is animal abuse, you need to do something about it. By going vegan and choosing plant-based options like plant-based eggs, plant-based meats, you're choosing the non-cruelty option. By going vegan, you are showing mercy and compassion to animals. You no longer need to be an animal abuser. Day one of life. Dropped into a macerator when all these chicks want is the mother. What kind of world is this? So at day one of life for these little chicks, they separate the males from the females and they send the males along a conveyor belt. This is day one of life. They're only an hour old or two, and the males get sent along a conveyor belt into a macerator. The male chicks are worthless to the egg industry. So if you think this is wrong, when you go into the store and you pay for eggs, this is what you're paying for. A few hours old and then executed. Free range, organic, pasture fed are words to just deceive you to make your purchasing choices easier. This free range hen here has no cage, and at 6 weeks old will have a knife to her throat, shackled by the feet, and taken to the slaughterhouse.
It's hard to keep going and going. It's good that I just keep repeating myself. Yeah, because there's different people hearing it. Right, yeah. You don't want to go vegan and help the animals out? They don't want to die. It's better for the environment, your health, and for the animals by choosing vegan. Make your next choices plant-based so animals don't have to die. Show compassion. We're in a crazy world where animals are murdered for a snack. What's more important, someone's entire life or a sandwich? Do that later. I can't stop now. No, they said they don't know how to do it. They know Max authorized vehicles before at that shop, so they know the company, I guess. You guys want to fly? You look like you definitely want to fly. Thank you. What did it say?
It said people, PETA, people eating
really?
tasty animals.
Nice.
No, it said people eating tasty animals.
Oh, okay.
It was the beef jerky one. That's why I said you look like you want to fly.
Nice.
I didn't think he was really going to take it, but yeah, he had the people eating tasty animals PETA shirt. The one against veganism.
So what do you think of the microphone thing? Do you think it's good?
Yeah.
People are listening.
Yeah, I was holding the sign and watching. People were watching. People in their cars were even
I
watching.
need to keep practicing. Yeah, I saw them watching too.
Like,
You ladies want to take a flyer with you? We're speaking up for animals today. You never thought about going vegan? Why not? Animals don't want to die. Don't forget that one too. It's all coming back to me now. To throw that in at the end. You never thought about going vegan?
Yeah.
Because that gets them talking. Yeah, I like this. I just need to maybe do a couple more days of activism to get back into the talking part.
yeah.
It's fucking hard trying to talk to all these. They have no compassion. They don't even know what love is. They think they do. Even evil people love their own.
Yes.
Somewhat.
Makes no sense.
You guys want to take a flyer with you? We're promoting living a vegan lifestyle.
Okay. I thought it was about that.
You ladies want to take a flyer? We're promoting living a vegan lifestyle. You never thought about going vegan? No response that guy.
Huh?
No response that guy.
I think they locked down like this to avoid it, so.
Oh, you're probably right, actually. Oh, they're going in the store. You want to do the microphone?
Not right now.
I don't think I could do it study by myself.
Yeah.
But if you're around, I get a kind of a power from you. And if Tom and Sol were here too,
One of these days I'll do it, but I don't think today's that day.
yeah, if Tom was here too, that would be great. You folks want to take a flyer? We're promoting a vegan lifestyle. 2022. I can get back on the microphone and tell you. It looks like they can't. I need to make sure they can hear me. Folks, one. Oh, it's not switched on. We're promoting living a vegan lifestyle. If you want to take a flyer, feel free to take one. ...2022, we're playing the hidden truth from the meat, egg, and dairy industry. Animals are needlessly tortured. A pig spends his or her entire life in a shed. The pigs only get to see daylight when they take it out of the shed at 6-month-old and put into the slaughterhouse truck. Maybe get a glimpse of the sun, some fresh air in the face before they're brutally murdered. We have to ask ourselves one question: which is more important, a 5-minute sandwich or someone's entire existence? Do we have a choice to choose a plant-based option instead of someone having to die for a 5-minute snack? So standard practice in America. We're showing the hidden truths in the meat, egg and dairy industry. So when you go into a store and buy a piece of meat, you're actually paying for this to happen. In the chicken industry, these chickens have been so pumped up with antibiotics that they're fully grown within 6 weeks, and they can sometimes barely stand on their own feet. So today we're promoting living a vegan lifestyle. This is the truth of what happens in the meat, egg and dairy industry. Oh, how you doing, bud?
That's good. How you been?
Good. Oh, sorry.
You alright, Henry? Go ahead, buddy. I'm not old.
How you been?
What's your name?
Henry, we met.
Oh, Henry.
Yeah, we met across the street last year.
Oh, okay. Nice to see you.
We had a little conversation.
Oh, that's cool. Did you ever go vegan?
No, I mean like.
But you did think about it?
No, not think about it because I've only had one thing vegetarian that I've eaten like and everything. I like because I go every Monday that I can.
Right.
To drop food, not bombs.
Okay.
And I've only had one thing in the last 18 months that I didn't like. I even ate the whole thing.
You know, I went out with some friends recently, and they all chose like a meat product, an animal, and I decided not to. You know, I felt really good about that inside me. You know, choosing kindness and compassion instead of cruelty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a big thing to do.
It is. It's always.
You know? If the rest of the world would wake up and all be kind to each other, we'd live in a different world, you know?
It always pays to be kind.
So we're promoting living a vegan lifestyle. I want to ask one question. What do you think is more important? A 5-minute chicken sandwich, that 5-minute pleasure there, or someone's entire existence? Because we can choose plant-based chicken today, where no one has to die and suffer You can choose compassion over cruelty. We can chop off the head of an animal or eat a vegetable.
The little girl was watching the whole thing.
So in the egg industry, they pump the chickens up with antibiotics, and by the time they're 6 weeks old, they have their throat slit for a sandwich. We can choose plant-based options in 2022. No animals need to die. GMO animals, pumped with antibiotics, live in a shed their entire life, and are killed for a sandwich. Are we controlled by our stomachs or by our hearts? This is a male calf in the dairy industry. The male calves are worthless to the dairy industry. They don't produce milk. And just a couple of days old, they shoot them in the head. And this is the hidden truth in the meat, egg and dairy industry, what they do not want you to see. Chickens shackled by the feet, dragged through an electric bath to stun them before they have their throat slit. If you can't kill these animals yourself, don't pay for it. This is 2022. You can choose plant-based options. You don't have to chop heads off animals. If you can't kill them yourself, don't pay for it. Some of the other things that I said. So we're showing the hidden truths from the meat, egg and dairy industry today, and we're trying to promote people to live a vegan lifestyle by choosing plant-based options, which is number one, healthier for you, better for the environment, and of course the animals no longer die in your name anymore. Did you know that these animals, cows, pigs and chickens die because of your purchasing choices? It's 2022, we can choose a plant-based diet, plant-based chicken, plant-based steaks. There's something important what's more important, a 5-minute chicken sandwich or someone's entire existence? By living a vegan lifestyle, we're choosing the non-cruelty options. Animals do not want to die. You've been lied to. Animals do not walk into a slaughterhouse and voluntarily give up their life because God said you can do that. Animals fight until the last breath to survive, just like you and me. By going vegan, you're choosing to have mercy on animals and show compassion. Might change your life. It's egg and dairy industry. Did you know female cows don't naturally give milk? They have to be forcibly impregnated every year and have a baby. The babies are taken away. So this is a female cow here being forcibly impregnated. Their babies are taken away when they're just a day or two old, and if the baby's male, they have their heads chopped off as veal. A mother cow pines for their baby when they're taken away from them on day one of life. A mother just wants to be with their daughter or son like we do with our families. How can we love one animal and pay for another to be killed? Are we turning a blind eye from the truth? Because the truth is, we pay for this to happen. We pay for families like these dairy babies to be taken away from their mothers and brutally killed for a sandwich. Which is more important? A 5-minute sandwich that tastes nice, a nice pleasury snack for your stomach, or someone's entire existence. By going vegan, you no longer have blood on your hands because you're paying for this to happen. This is the hidden truth in the meat, egg and dairy industry. This is what your dollar pays for. Male calves being electrocuted in the head on day one of life and chopped up into veal. I think God would be horrified to know that you're paying for this to happen. So it's 2022. We can go in the supermarket today. You can grab an almond milk. You don't need to pay for this to happen. These are male calves being shackled by the feet, and they're going to be chopped up for veal, and as they've been taken away from their mother. If you put yourself in their position, you wouldn't want this done to you. There was someone very important one day said, "Do unto others what you would want done to you." You know. This is the hidden truth in the meat, egg, and dairy industry. By going vegan, you are no longer paying for this to happen. In the dairy industry, when a cow no longer produces milk, they're actually sent to a retirement home where they have their throat slit and hung up by the feet. Which is more important, a 5-minute sandwich that tastes nice and pleasurable, tasty to the stomach, or someone's entire existence? By going vegan and choosing the plant-based options like plant-based steaks or plant-based chicken, you're no longer contributing and supporting this kind of animal cruelty. You can't be against animal abuse while still paying for it to happen. That would make you a hypocrite.
Said it again, I'm getting comfortable saying that. You want to try it just for 5 minutes?
Not right now, no.
We're promoting living a vegan lifestyle, which is number one, better for your health, better for the environment, and you'll no longer have blood on your hands because your dollar is paying for this to happen. This is the hidden truth in the meat, egg, and dairy industry. When a cow no longer produces milk, they send it to the retirement home where they slit the animal's throat and chop it up into little pieces. So which is more important, a 5-minute sandwich or someone's entire existence? If you put yourself in their position, I'm pretty sure you would choose life instead of a snack. By going vegan, you're no longer part of this. This is the hidden truth in the meat, egg, and dairy industry. On day one of life, the female and male chicks are separated, and the male chicks are actually worthless to the egg industry, and they get sent along a conveyor belt into a live macerator on day one of life. So when we go into a store and we pay for eggs, we're actually paying the egg industry to do this. So we can choose plant-based eggs. It's 2022. You no longer need to be supporting this kind of animal cruelty. Day one of life, these chicks are dropped into a macerator. What kind of life is that? If you put yourself in their position, you wouldn't want this done to you. Just because they're vulnerable doesn't mean we can needlessly call them worthless and end their life just for a snack. We're promoting living a vegan lifestyle by choosing plant-based options. What you see on the screens here is the hidden truth in the meat, egg, and dairy industry. These chicks are separated from male and female because the male chicks don't grow fast enough and don't lay eggs, so they're worthless in the egg industry and go along a conveyor belt, and they'll be macerated alive on day one of life. If you think this is cruel, if you think this is wrong, you have a choice today to choose plant-based options so these animals don't have to die. We've got to ask ourselves one question: which is more important? A snack, a 5-minute pleasury taste sandwich, or someone's entire existence. They only get one life, just like you. We can show compassion and mercy on animals, choose plant-based options. Check out the documentary, it's watchdominion.com, it's free to watch. This is the hidden truth in the meat, egg and dairy industry. We're promoting living a vegan lifestyle, which is not a religion. It's a lifestyle of causing the least amount of harm we can to animals.
How much time did you have left?
30 some minutes. So probably 30 minutes now.
Yeah, we can leave, so it's fine.
I think it's been, minus not having conversations, I think it's been super productive. That lady covered her kids in and hurry up and made her leave.
Yeah, I know as they're coming across the road here, or they get in, it's a red light, and I do the sandwich question.
Yeah.
I think it's really touching people. It's like I'm talking to everyone instead of just one-on-one.
Yeah. And one lady covered her daughter's ears and went across the thing because she didn't want to see. I was going to say something like, well, you should show her, you know? You might be the one that would have started arguing.
So we're showing the hidden truth that happens in the meat, egg and dairy industry. When you go in the store and you pay for a chicken, and they shackle the chicken by the feet and chop off the head for your pleasure.
Try to hand out a few more. Here we go.
So most animals in America are actually factory farmed. This is a factory farm here. They forcibly inseminate the pigs without the pig's permission, of course. Did you know that pigs spend their entire life in a shed? They only get to see daylight in the slaughterhouse truck on the way to be killed. Because of our purchasing choices. By going vegan, we are no longer supporting animal cruelty. These pigs here will live until they're 6 months old, and then we'll get their first glimpse of daylight and fresh air in the slaughterhouse truck as they're going towards to be killed. So by going vegan, we can choose plant-based options. It's 2022. We don't have to support this kind of animal cruelty.
Would you like to take a flyer with you? Yeah. You scan the QR code, there's a bunch of documentaries.
These 6-month-old pigs here have their heads smashed in because they're not growing fast enough. There's a secret in life, and I'm gonna reveal it right now. Life is precious. Don't you enjoy your life? You love your family? Life is precious. Who do you think could deceive you to pay for this to happen? Pigs spend their entire life in sheds, and when they're 6 months old, get their first glimpse of daylight when they're in the truck on the way to the slaughterhouse. Midwest Animal Rights is promoting living a vegan lifestyle, which is number 1, better for your health, 2, better for the environment, and 3, you no longer have blood on your hands. We ask ourselves one question: which is more important, a 5-minute sandwich or someone's entire existence? By choosing plant-based options, we can let these animals live. They don't want to die. You put yourself in their position, you won't want this done to you. We can choose plant-based options. We're promoting a vegan lifestyle, which is not a religion. It's actually a non-action where we cause the least amount of harm we can to animals because they don't want to die. We can choose plant-based options. We can drink almond milk, plant-based steaks, rice, lentils, beans. Animals don't need to die for a pleasure sandwich. Which is more important? Someone's entire existence or a 5-minute sandwich? You can choose to go vegan and choose the non-cruelty option, so these animals don't have to die in your name. If you put yourself in their position, you wouldn't want this done to you. Standard practice in America, they gas pigs before they chop their heads off, so they don't fight back. Organic, local, grass-fed animals still go through the same door at the slaughterhouse to have their heads chopped off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this would have got this sound and this sound, but I didn't really had no one-on-one conversations. But that's okay. I felt like I'm getting some.
I think even if you showed some of the video from on that while you're talking, yeah, that's what I mean. I had that one there,
and I've got this recording music.
Yeah, there'll still be some video. It's good. It was just a little bit of a different day. I still think it was very effective, though.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Tom could get people to stop into conversation. Drowning my life.
That one lady that asked if should we have a permit, she walked by and said, "Oh,
this is the city of Lawrence. They're going to do them.
they're not even looking at us."
Oh, really?
But it sounds good because everything sounds
Get
bad.
the sound off right now.
It's kind of chilling. They didn't even look over, not 1 second, not one glance, not nothing. They don't even know there's TV set over.
I am so cold.
I know.
I have pains in my fingers. My fingers are numb.
I know. It's so cold. I can't believe it. Over on that side of the street is warmer, but
There's one more burst here. I think there's a family coming, 2 children.
So we're out here today promoting people to live a vegan lifestyle. This is the truth that happens in the meat, egg and dairy industry. You know, pigs are hung upside down by the feet and brutally killed for a sandwich.
I'm vegetarian. I'm not vegan.
have you ever thought about going full vegan?
I know. I just fucking I don't fuck with eggs or anything.
What made you go vegan?
Honestly, I just didn't like what my dad was like. My sister is vegan.
Yeah.
I'm going on 6 years.
Oh, nice.
And I'm I'm 22 and I don't have that much to do.
Yeah. Have you tried any of the vegan cheese?
Oh yeah, I have.
Some of them are.
Yeah. They're kind of yeah. I like the
What about
so I've had some of the vegan.
have you had Toppers makes a vegan buffalo chicken? They use the Beyond chicken and they vegan rice and dressing over it. Vegan cheese. I'm not sure what kind of vegan cheese, but it's amazing. For sure. Have you ever tried that? If you like pizza for sure, and if you like buffalo chicken,
Today we're showing the hidden truths in the meat, egg and dairy industry. Did you know in the egg industry they kill male chicks when they're just 1 day old?
documentaries that
For sure, yeah. I didn't necessarily change with animals, but I like them.
Yeah. Have you ever watched any of the footage like this?
I've watched some stuff,
Yeah.
nothing violent.
This is why we don't eat eggs. These are babies.
Yeah, no, I just think eggs are disgusting.
Yeah, they go down and they just go into a grinder, 100% live. That's insane.
You know, we were both vegetarian at first,
Yeah.
and we went vegan for two reasons. I went vegan. It was because in the dairy industry, they kill the male babies in the dairy industry because they call them worthless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you put yourself in their position, I wouldn't want that done to me.
For
So
sure.
I don't want to support
It's within 24
their cruelty
hours,
and suffering
they're
anymore.
Legally to kill them with on-course trauma with a sledgehammer. I watch videos of farmers literally being the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. And I was wanting to know that, and then seeing the moms cry when the babies get taken from them, and seeing them they cry for days, that was what pushed me to go from vegetarian to vegan. It's just so fucked up.
It's an
No,
easy
I really
step.
don't fuck with the eggs regardless.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Cheese is the only
So,
thing I can't.
so what's stopping you going vegan? Cheese?
Here's another one. To
for sure.
go on YouTube and watch a video called "Milk Make Up Your Own Mind." It's by a guy named Joey Carbstrong. And
I'm kind of scared.
You don't like vegan cheese?
It's alright, you know, like, it's alright.
Let me tell you this. Do you know when you buy cheese, your money is going towards the dairy industry, and it's paying for the male calves to be killed on day one of life. So you can choose not to do that by just giving up the taste. Which is more important, that little tasty, cheesy sandwich that's going to last you 5 minutes or someone's entire existence. You don't have to be a part of this suffering.
Pizza, I swear, dude. It's fucking pizza.
Get vegan pizza next time.
I know.
Do it, man.
But it's just that have.
You can do. You seem like you got compassion. You can do it.
Try Toppers because the cheese is.
Toppers?
Yeah. It's over by the stadium for sure. And I'm telling you, it tastes exactly like the regular mozzarella.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, you'll love it if you love pizza.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks,
You too. All right, that was the conversation of the day right there.
Yeah.
That's good. So this is the truth that happens in the meat, egg and dairy industry. And why does this happen? This happens because our dollar pays for this to happen. The meat, egg and dairy industry don't want me out on the streets showing this. We're promoting living a vegan lifestyle. We're promoting living a vegan lifestyle. You can choose not to pay for animals to be needlessly killed by choosing to live a plant-based diet by going vegan. Which is more important, a 5-minute pleasure sandwich or someone's entire existence? By showing compassion and mercy to animals, you're making a difference. Check out the documentary, it's free. Watch it online, watchdominion.com. It's educational. Make it your own choice, not someone else's. How can we love one animal and yet pay for others to be killed? I like saying that every time I see like it, and then So we're promoting living a vegan lifestyle. This is the hidden truths in the meat, egg and dairy industry that your money pays for. Day one of life for a male calf is having its throat slit and chopped up into veal size chunks for your pleasure. Did you know that for a cow to give milk they have to be forcibly impregnated and have a baby every year? Which is more important, a 5-minute snack or someone's entire existence? Alright, I'm done. That was good. I'm going to turn this off now.